I have a topic on the mind control gang's methods in Iraq first. As I said earlier that this terrorist network completely took control of Iraq and became the decision maker in it. This gang is led by a demon who made himself a prophet, and has made his gang wear various masks, including that they are a holy or tribal organization, etc. He has opened branches across Iraq. All of this I talked about earlier, but the new thing is about the devil's method of leading his gang inside Iraq. This despicable man has a computer and through him, he leads all the branches of his gang. There is something that if this demon exists in any region, it will make the branch in it become a leader on all the branches inside Iraq. Sell this gang and it is not a respectable organization. Therefore, every branch that receives the command will steal and harm against the rest of the branches. This is normal because they are a gang here. I was given an analogy to this computer with Aladdin's magic lamp. This devil is like a lamp servant who is the one who meets the requests of the lamp. He has here. But the only difference is that this lamp is not right for anyone who is a friend of America or Europe to own. The reason is that this devil says that it is God's orders here. This lamp has been moved from one thief to another thief inside Iraq. This damned lamp servant is nothing but a despicable terrorist who made himself a prophet, of course. There. Like evil says lesser, the evil of the very serious problem, which I have always warned everyone about, is the influence of this magic lamp. If it has influence in Europe, for example, this is an unparalleled catastrophe, so this means that any thief in Iraq can control a lot inside Europe through the influence of this damn lamp, and for this reason I repeated warnings to the brothers in America and the countries of Europe, and I said beware this network that is inside Iraq.
जिसने जगाया मुझको करूंगा इच्छा पूरी दीन पर सबसे पहले उसकी
What enemy? Us! Humans!
Of course, this gang's style is inside Iraq when you hunt any victim, and they have 1,000 ways to get the victims. Of course, the first thing you will do is to put the victim inside a bubble. This is probably a lot of victims know about it because it is very similar to the bonds of slavery. That in another world, and this is exactly the same feeling as the victims of slavery, and perhaps someone who has knowledge of the subject of slavery will know, for example, that the victim has lost all of her rights that she had or that are supposed to have, and become just something that a person owns, and sells, and buys. Also it is not her right to own anything but even personal things. To this we see that for victims contacts such as phone, email, social networks, and Facebook, internet, etc. I have all become seized from him. I mean, no matter what books and publishing, no one will recognize or will not arrive. Also, everyone who visits a family or friends will look at him as the gang said to them and not as he says. It is another important thing the victim sees, for example, that others with us are exposed to harm. Go to the security services or the police and others, but when the victim goes, she will not get anything, or she will find the police, for example, she will be against her here, and one of the reasons is that the slave laws that became extinct were returned, but not publicly, and the victim of slavery was not allowed to complain against those who owned them, whatever he did with them. Harm, torture, and even killed, sold, bought, or imposed on her another testicle, for example, wants to become a liar, homosexual, a thief, etc. It is also his right to tame her and make her do what he wants.
Note the Venus flytrap.
This devil tries to impose all the wrong laws as if they are a fait accompli or convince himself that they give him legitimacy by the way. This filth says that God is the one who told him these laws. Of course, they are all the laws of paper, gangs. For example, look how they make the poor and weak, as slaves, who have for example, eating, and some old clothes and a place to live with these trivial things. They confiscate a person's freedom or deceive him with illusion and use lies to an indescribable degree, after which the victim falls into the trap. Wrong laws that the gang is trying to make above every law.
No, please, Claudio. Listen to me, Claudio. Please, please, Claudio, 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 please.
In the struggle
Listen.
for liberation, there's no room for mistakes.